Welcome back, gamers. Today we are going to talk about a couple tactics and topics. But first, if this is your first time here, do us a favor, hit the like and subscribe button below. Let the YouTube algorithm know that you would like to see this channel grow. So first, I want to talk about Noob Shield and does it really exist? Now, you know, it was asked a bunch of times, you know, in the last probably like 10 dev streams, you know, get rid of the Noob Shield, whatever. You know, this Noob Shield is too powerful, or how do I always get headshot by a Thompson and the guy's third kill? And just to be clear, I don't believe the devs have Noob Shield, or at least a quantifiable, measurable Noob Shield in place that we can be like, yep, see right there, that's why that happens. But you know, the common response is always, you know, we can't remove something that doesn't exist. And I'm here to tell you, Noob Shield does exist. Whether or not it's in the game, I can't, you know, say for 100% certainty, but it does exist, and I'm going to show you how I know. As you can see here, we have a different game pulled up, State of Decay 2. And one of the tactics in, one of the specializations, apparently words are hard today, I apologize. One of these specializations for your characters when you're leveling them up is the shooting category, and that specialization is Gunslinger. Now, if you've played State of Decay 2 before, you probably know what I'm talking about a little bit here. I'm just going to get to the clip real quick. I apologize. But I'm going to show you here what is in the game and why this matters. I'm just running around looking for zombies. You see that automatic snap right there? How my guy just literally zones in right to the head because of gunslinging as a specialization. Now I'm going to pull the crosshair off. And with aim snap, as you can see at the bottom right there in the corner, it's called aim snap right next to the weapon. That is in the game. You see how smooth and flawless that headshot was? Same with that one. Now, why that's important. You know, I'm not saying, let me move this out. I'm not saying that exists in the game as it sits today for Vigor, but they are both made in Unreal 4. So the capability or the ability to code that into the shooting mechanics does exist. Whether or not it's there, I can't say for certain, but I can say when the response is, well, that doesn't exist, it actually does. And I think we all are kind of aware of that. If not, I kind of wanted to point that out, you know. So there is another tactic I think might actually be deployed when they're using, you know, when you're going against a new person, and it has to do with the way Unreal Engine's set up with player server side ranking. And ranking is probably not the appropriate word, but basically, you know, if you have character model 1, character model 2, character model 3, you can assign a different character model a higher ping rate regardless. So that might be something that's in there. I don't know. But it also, honestly, it really could be, and this is probably what I think it is. It could be just a byproduct of the fact that Vigor is extremely, I don't want to say balanced, but extremely fair in that regard, that it's a one-shot headshot, regardless of what gun you use, regardless of how long you played the game or how little you played the game. And I think that might be probably a more of the, you know, accurate statement of what occurs as opposed to like an actual traceable Noob Shield. But I did want to point that out. I've noticed that does occur, and you know, just keep an eye out. Send us clips that you find when you're playing that you feel like, hey, this, you know, this might be, you know, I'm more than willing to do the research into it and take a look and see. But you know, to say it doesn't exist is simply not true. There is stuff out there that does exist. So next, I want to talk about, you know, why most of the people are here, which is for our tips and tricks. So tactical position and repositioning. And you see this all the time when you're playing the game or watching other players play. You know, especially some of the sweatier players, if you get in a lobby with them, you'll see, you know, basically the standard person says, well, you're jumping around all the time. You're not, you know, you're not sitting still. Like, you know, you're trying to work the game mechanics to your advantage. And that is true. That is a part of, you know, the reason you're consistently moving and jumping around is because, you know, with that 40 to 80, you know, millisecond delay, and because of how Unreal uses raycasting, it's predicting where you're at. So if you're constantly moving, the algorithm inside the game has a harder time of predicting. So that's probably, you know, well, I wouldn't say probably. It's definitely a piece of why people continuously move, because the more you move, the harder it is for the game to pick up to shoot you. But as you'll also notice when you're in a gunfight, and, you know, shoot, I'm even guilty of this, and every player that, you know, no matter how sweaty they are, and I'm not sweaty, I'm not saying that, but any player out there is guilty of this, of where you're stuck in your position and you don't move because you can't, you know, you can't visually see the character that you're trying to shoot at. And I'm going to highlight a couple spots here of how positioning assists you and why you need to prolong the fight per se, as opposed to ego challenge. And that's kind of what it is, like an ego challenge. I did this a lot when I played Call of Duty. Was I would stand still and shoot, and that was a big percentage of why I kept getting killed. And I do it in this game, and I get killed all the time too. So, you know, I'm not saying that I don't, but moving constantly is what's going to help you make it harder to be hit, and then taking advantage of moving the position is going to assist you more when you're moving around, and actually make it so you win more gunfights. So as you can see here, sorry, I'm getting a little hungry. So as I'm moving around, I'm just, you know, running through the terrain, and I'm going to go up and actually change my tactic from running to, you know, I'm getting down, because I'm, you know, I'm like, hey, I haven't heard anybody, haven't heard any gunshots, so I wonder if there's somebody around that might be just, you know, hiding in a bush. So as I'm crawling now, I'm just trying to use my ears, my headphones, and see if I find anybody. And I'm pausing right here because, as you can see, the fact that I changed my tactic from running and jumping to listening, you can hear, if you have headphones in, especially the audio, there's footsteps coming now. After I marked, hey, there's a you know, the first lock for the lock save. And as you can see there, I was willing to jump up and move, which helped me not get shot, because his character, just on his ping rate, you know, he moves to the left immediately, you know, instead of running his, you know, original trajectory. And I don't know if that's just, you know, he was using random movement, which helps, you know, and this is why I say we move randomly, because, you know, the more you move awkwardly makes you harder to hit. Here, I got this guy trapped, and he moves at the last second, so I go from a position of surprise and a position of power to, you know, he's right on top of me now. I gave away the entire, you know, all the power. He's on top of me shooting down. So, you know, it's important to continuously move. We'll just review that real quick again, and then I'll show you the next clip of how moving saves my life. Now, luckily, you know, he's got an H-bar T, I have a bugle, so inside of 5 meters, I should win that fight. But I have a very good chance of losing that fight if I don't get up and move. As you can see the next clip here, this is right after that. He shredded my plate, half my armor. So I come up, I'm going to start healing. There I am healing in the bush. I debate reloading, but I don't, because I can hear somebody. And I can tell he doesn't see me by the way he's moving. And as you can tell, I'm moving slower and I'm ducking there. I actually kept my head exposed for a second or two too long because unfortunately I've been playing too much State of Decay as opposed to this game. So right there, you know, I'm shooting the, I didn't even realize I'm shooting the wood in front of me. And I've seen other content creators have this problem too, where they're like scoped in and shooting the tree in front of them, not, you know, so I don't know if it's something with the game or what. But right here, when I come back down and start to reload, I'm like, you know, if I stay here, the percentage is going to continue to go up because he's got the higher elevation and I'm poking my head first. So he has the ability to give me the random headshot and then I'd be done. So I make the decision, I'm going to get up and I'm going to reposition tactically the fight so I have the advantage. At this stage I loop way around because I want him to lose me. As you can see, he does. So you could tell he lost me, but he heard me. That's why he ducked behind that rock, because he was trying to see if I came out. You know, I zoomed in on that rock thinking he was going to continue to run around, but he stopped, which because he had cover. And then you can tell my terrible aim because I'm playing a game that has gunslinger on just about every character, so I'm used to just hitting A and snapping on target. But you'll see there's more here. Now a third party comes along and I get shot as I'm trying to pick up the pick up the player's loot that they had, which wasn't a whole lot. And then sometimes you just get lucky, and you know, I take a random shot, and because he was not in a position, his position was his head looking straight at me, gave me the ability to get that headshot and come in for, you know, the third kill within a minute. So, and again, you know, I haven't played a whole lot this season. I think I'm only like, I even played like 30 encounters, you know, since the season release. Just because I'm trying, you know, I'm working on a different game, and my professional career is really taking off. So I'm very fortunate in that regard. But like even next week, I'm going to be gone in DC for the whole week, so I won't even play. But hopefully, you know, these tips help anyone that's out there watching and, you know, feeling the frustration, because you go through a loop where you become frustrated because, like, you know, my guns just aren't good enough yet, and I have to keep grinding to get these extra, you know, wires so I can make this, you know, 9th update to my rat traps so I can have more food and, you know, make sure I get, you know, the 10,000 food donated and get a bunch of, you know, special issue items. So if you're in that loop, this is a way that's going to help you kind of even the playing field. Even myself, I haven't played, you know, a tremendous amount in the last month, and I haven't really played a tremendous amount of this game, period. You know, compared to some of these players that have 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 encounters played. But using these tactics, the light bulb kind of went off for me, and it's helped me make my time in the Outlands enjoyable, and I hope this does the same for you. So if you like it, do us a favor, like and subscribe below. Tell all your friends that you like this channel. Help us get up to 1,000 subscribers. We have again, we're still having conversations about another game that's coming out, so we're working on, you know, getting ready for that. You know, as well as, you know, continuing to cover this gem because I just love this game. So anyways, this community is amazing. I appreciate you folks watching so much. Take care. Stay safe out there, Outlanders. And until next time, we'll see you later.